Hey guys, I'm going to finally show you what we're doing with this Alter G. The Alter G is really an incredible unit. It offers the opportunity for people to do a lot of things that a traditional treadmill cannot do. But more importantly, it gives feedback, and I'll explain that right now. So you're going to see up on the wall, there's a logo. It's the biggest logo that's up there. It's called the Alter Body logo. You're going to notice you see a baby crawling, and then walking, and then running, and flying. That's taken actually from a Martin Luther King quote. If you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. The idea is to, by all means, keep moving forward. The Alter G offers that opportunity. So for people, for example, who are going through therapy, they broke their ankle, they broke their knee, they had a hip replacement, it doesn't matter what it is, the Alter G has the ability to make your body weight much, much less than it actually is. So if you could only put a few pounds of pressure onto your ankle, the Alter G allows you to put as much as 80% less than what you actually weigh. So a 200-pound man can weigh as little as 40 pounds on the Alter G. So its purposes for therapy are clearly unique, but it's also for people who are older or people who are obese. So if you're a 400-pound individual and you want to run at a body weight of 80 pounds, that's possible. So like I said, according to this quote, if you can't fly, you can certainly crawl. So the idea is, no matter what, we want people to be able to exercise, to move in a manner that's pain-free. But it's certainly not just for people who are injured or people who are obese. That's the typical use of the Alter G. This particular machine is the only Alter G and machine, the PT200. There are other Alter Gs, but this is the only PT200 in New Jersey. What is it about this machine that makes it unique? Well, other than the fact that it is a treadmill that has a lot of bulk to it, it has the ability to go up to 18 miles per hour. That's the equivalent of about a 50-second quarter mile. That's about as fast as if you were to run a full mile, you're running, an Olympic speed mile. So the thing flies. I mean, it absolutely sprints at a rate that exceeds anybody's physical capability for longer than about a minute. What you can do with it, and what we're doing with it, is this Alter Body logo simulates other systems that we're doing. So this next logo, you'll see Alter Endurance. So all of these other logos I store on this chip. I have the ability to assess you and to store your information on this chip. So if your goal, for example, is to run a 5-mile race or a 10K or even a marathon, I have the ability to assess you on the Alter G, to see how fast you're running, how long you're running, and to mess with several variables. These variables include your body weight, the incline of which you're running, the speed at which you're running, and also a unit called Hypoxico, which simulates high altitude training. I can put you as high as 12,000 feet in the air, which is about 2.5 miles up in the air in the mountains. There's reasons why people train in the mountains. The main reason is we get VO2 max increase and red blood cell increase. And this has tremendous benefits on not just endurance, but also weight loss, and I'll explain that a little bit more in a moment. But depending on what your goal is, whether it's endurance, whether it's to burn fat, Alter Burn is, again, a way that if you train with us or if you've done the UTC, it is the ultimate HIIT workout. I can program your workout on here, and I can see what your heart rate's doing. So I can look on the Alter G. It's very simple, and I'll show you in the second video how it works. But I can see what your heart rate's doing. I watch you do it, and I program it into this chip. As soon as your heart rate stops getting to that level, you just tell me, and I can switch the variables up to make it even harder. So this is a type of feedback. You're looking at your heart rate. It's either, hopefully over time, it should improve, because the bottom line is you're getting into better shape. So if my max heart rate, hypothetically speaking, if my 90% is, say, 164, 165, and I'm going through these workouts and my heart rate's not getting to 165 anymore, it's staying around 157, 158, that means I'm improving. So I have the ability to make these variables harder. I can make it faster. I can make the incline higher. I could also train at a higher altitude to make my heart rate even higher. So I can mess with any of those variables. If your goal is to, for example, to run faster, the Alter G has the unique ability to open a person's gait longer than it normally would. How and why? Because you can run at a much lower body weight than you're used to running at. Your gait is used to a certain width. So if I can make you, for example, 50% lighter, your stride length is going to get longer. Understand that your body's not going to get there normally unless I can create that situation for you. Now all of a sudden your stride length opens up. That means you're going to be able to run faster, turn your legs over quicker than they've normally been turning over. Somebody who's interested, for example, in agility, this is the coolest thing that this machine does, and you're going to have to watch as I do it in the second video, but because I'm supported in the machine, it stops me from falling. And because I'm so light, it allows me to do a lot of very unique things to alter my agility. So this would be great for football players, lacrosse players, any baseball players, anything that forces you to move quickly from side to side, forward and back. This machine will allow you to do it. So one of the reasons why we've been sort of waiting to release this machine and showing people what they do and very reluctant to explain how and what it does is because you're going to see it's very hard to explain, and that's why we're doing this video. So let's go outside and I'll show you how this thing works.